These two cards might be the only ones you need to travel in luxury. And best of all, this would be on the cheap side. If you want to know what those cards are and how to implement them, then keep on watching. Welcome back to Tito's Financial Corner, where we talk about credit cards, points and miles, as well as travel. Today we'll be taking a look at an unlikely duo of cards that just might be the perfect fit to travel in luxury, but on the cheap side. We'll be taking a look into each individual credit card, how they work, and how you may be able to utilize them. The first credit card that we're going to be talking about is the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Now, the annual fee on this credit card is $95. The current welcome bonus on this credit card is 60,000 ultimate reward points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months that you have this credit card. The multipliers on this credit card are as follows. You would get 5x back on travel purchase directly through the Chase travel portal, and then you would get 2x back on all travel purchase outside of the Chase travel portal. You would get 3x back on all dining transactions, and also you would get 3x back on online grocery, which honestly speaking I've never used, so and 3x back on select streaming. And then you would get 1x back on all other transactions. Now those multipliers would get you ultimate reward points, which are some of the most sought after point systems out in the game right now, just because you're usually able to get a higher cent per point valuation compared to other point systems. So for example, you can cash out your ultimate reward points at a 1 cent per point valuation. If you use your points with the Chase Sapphire Preferred card on the Chase travel portal, you would get a 25% boost on your points. So that's right, your points would then be worth 1.25 cents per point whenever you book any travel on Chase's travel portal. Now that's good, but you can always get a higher cent per point valuation by transferring your points out to Chase's transfer partners. And that's one of the biggest benefits that the Chase Sapphire Preferred card has. Even though it's only a $95 annual fee credit card, it does allow you to transfer all your ultimate reward points out to Chase's transfer partners, which is where you could potentially get 2, 3, or 4 cent per point valuations, depending on what kind of travel you're booking. The last thing to note is that you could bring the effective annual fee down to $45, and that is because this credit card does offer a $50 hotel credit. The only caveat to that, and I'm sure you can guess it by now, is that it would have to be a hotel booking done directly on the Chase travel portal. And the other credit card that we would be looking at would be the Capital One Venture X credit card. The annual fee on this credit card is $395. The current welcome bonus on this credit card is 75,000 bonus miles after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of this credit card. Now, as of this recording, there's a link floating around where you could potentially get a welcome bonus of up to 90,000 bonus miles. Now, I'll provide the link where you can get that 90,000 welcome bonus in the description of this video. Now, just be cautious. I've seen some stories on Facebook as well as Reddit where some people have been able to get the welcome bonus of 90,000, but some other individuals have not been able to get it. Even though they applied through the link, they were only able to get the 75,000 welcome bonus. Either way, some of the benefits and perks that you get with this credit card is that you would get a $100 credit for either TSA PreCheck or Global Entry. You would also get a 10,000 bonus miles anniversary gift every year that you have this credit card. This credit card would also give you access to Priority Pass, which means you would have access to over 1,300 airport lounges all over the world. And what's great is that you can bring up to 2 guests for free. And the other great benefit that this credit card has that some other luxury travel credit cards do not have is that you can get up to 4 authorized signers for free, and each one of your authorized signers would get their own access to Priority Pass. So this would definitely come helpful if you have a big family. If both you and your spouse have individual access to Priority Pass, you would definitely be able to get most, if not all of your family into the airport lounges whenever you travel. The multipliers on this credit card are as follows. You would get 10x back on all hotel bookings as well as car rentals that you do directly on the Capital One travel portal. You would also get 5x back on all flights that you book, again, directly through the Capital One travel portal. and then you would get 2x back on all of your transactions. This credit card would also allow you to transfer all your Capital One bonus miles out to Capital One's transfer partners. This is a great time to remind you to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button to help out this channel. So those are the 2 credit cards that I would definitely suggest you to get if you only want a minimal setup. You might be asking yourself, Tito, how would these 2 cards give me a luxurious experience? And that would be because you would definitely have priority pass access thanks to the Venture X credit card. And as we mentioned, you as well as up to 4 authorized signers that you can add for free would get access to priority pass, and each one of you would be able to bring up to 2 guests for free. The other point with the luxurious side is that you would have access to 2 different point ecosystems, with both being Chase as well as Capital One's. So how is this 2 cards set up cheap? If we look at the annual fees of both credit cards, they would come out to being $490 of annual fees every single year, which is a lot, I'm not gonna lie. So let's see how far down we can take the effective annual fee on both of these credit cards. The first credit that we would have to look at is a $300 travel credit thanks to the Venture X credit card, where as long as you book your travel directly with Capital One's travel portal, you would be able to get $300 back. The next credit that we would have to take into consideration would definitely be the anniversary bonus. While it is 10,000 bonus miles, if you value those miles at a 1 cent per point valuation on the Venture X credit card, that would be worth up to $100. The last credit that we would have to look at would be the $50 hotel credit that the Chase Sapphire Preferred card offers. And again, that hotel booking would have to be made through the Chase travel portal. So if we would take at those 3 credits, the effective annual fee of both of these credit cards would be $40. Now, doesn't that seem like a way better deal? Okay, I see why we need the Venture X credit card. But why do we need the Chase Sapphire Preferred card? The answer to that is that it offers a great welcome bonus and some good multipliers, as well as giving us access to a different ecosystem. If we get the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, that would just open up the door for more transfer partners that we can utilize whenever we're booking our travel. Okay, so I see the effective annual fee is cheap, but how would it work with both of these credit cards? So let's take a real life example where you want to take your significant other, or you just want to go with a friend. Let's say that you want to go from the East Coast all the way to Paris, France. What you can do is you can utilize the welcome bonus as well as any points that you've gathered on your Capital One Venture X credit card to transfer those points out to Air France/KLM, or otherwise known as Flying Blue. You would definitely be able to utilize those points to book round-trip tickets that would cover most of the cost except for taxes. Just a quick note that Flying Blue is also a transfer partner for the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. So if you wanted to, you could technically go ahead and pull in your points and you could potentially book yourself a better seat. But what we can do here is, instead of doing that, we can use our Chase Ultimate Reward points and transfer them out to Hyatt and book our hotel stay there for up to 5 nights. That's right, you could basically book a vacation for 2 people with both of these credit cards on their welcome bonuses alone. So you would definitely be able to pay for the flight tickets, except for taxes. You would be able to pay for your hotel stay. And let's not forget that you would also have access to priority pass. So you would definitely be able to relax and take a drink and eat a little bit of food in style while you wait for your flight. And you get all of this for the effective annual fee of $40. Now, doesn't that sound great? Okay, Tito, that makes sense, but can't I use other credit cards? And of course, yes, you can. Instead of the Venture X credit card, you could always get the American Express Platinum card or the Chase Sapphire Reserve card if you don't want to get the Chase Sapphire Preferred card as well, since you cannot have 2 Sapphire cards at the same time. But while those 2 credit cards do also offer priority pass access as well as the Centurion Lounge access for the Amex Platinum, they have higher annual fees compared to the Venture X credit card. And while yes, they do offer different credits that you can utilize to offset the annual fee, I would definitely say that the Venture X credit card has the easier to use credits. Taking a look at the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, yes, there's absolutely other cards that you can utilize. There's one credit card that's literally the carbon copy of the Chase Sapphire Preferred card without the annual fee. And of course, we're talking about the Built Rewards credit card, which, if you're a renter, I could definitely see why you would want to get this credit card. Now, the reason that I'm suggesting the Chase Sapphire Preferred card over the Built Rewards credit card is that while yes, it does have an annual fee, it also does come in with a welcome bonus of 60,000 ultimate reward points, whereas the Built Rewards credit card does not have any welcome bonus. So again, yes, it has an annual fee, but if we value that welcome bonus at a 1 cent per point valuation, that would easily be worth $600. I'd rather pay the annual fee of $95, but basically start at least 60,000 points instead of getting a credit card with no annual fee and starting out at 0 points. And also, I'm not a renter, so I will not be able to utilize one of the biggest perks of the Built Rewards credit card, and that is getting 1x back on all rent payments. So with that said, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this 2-card setup? Do you like it, or would you change one of these 2 cards or both of these cards? With that said, if you found any information useful during this video, please hit that subscribe button as well as the like button. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Adios.